What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another VitoVerse, and it's a beautiful Good Friday. Beautiful Good Friday. Happy Good Friday, everybody. We got some stuff to talk about today, so yeah, we're definitely gonna get into some stuff. I have to give out a fair warning to those that have kids watching this, if there is. I don't know if there is or not, but this may not be the episode, or at least there's a tidbit in there that you might not want them hearing or whatever like that. So fair warning, because you're not going to see Vito, you're going to see Trey Vito. I got some stuff to get off my chest about certain things and stuff like that. So, you know, I mean, it's not nothing big or nothing like that. It's music. It's music stuff, but y'all definitely going to see why I'm so passionate about, you know what I'm saying, certain music. Anyway, I got my co-hosts here with me, Sandstorm and Noto. How y'all doing today, bro?
Good, man. It's good here.
Doing great. Chilling.
Yes, sir. Good. Happy Good Friday. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely. I don't know how it is up there in Michigan. How the weather feeling up there, bro?
It was weird. It's warmer for us as far as Michigan weather goes. 52 today, but the pollution, the air content said that it was good, but everybody that I talked to was like coughing and breathing in something.
What y'all got going on up there?
I don't know, but I was like, man, that's crazy that y'all breathing in this stuff. And then later today, I'm just driving. And like my throat, it almost felt like I had something metal in my mouth, like a metallic-y taste. And I'm like, man, what is that taste? And I couldn't get it out of my throat. So I'm assuming that's probably what they were feeling too. But yeah, other than that,
so it ain't pollen, it's pollution. What in the world?
Yeah. But well, I mean, it is, but it isn't. Well, it is, but Siri is telling me that everything's okay. That the pollution level, the air level is normal. Because that was the first thing I checked. I was like, oh, my mouth. It wasn't like the air smelled bad or even tasted bad, but just like as the day went, like my throat was just like it just tasted like metal. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, you might want to go to the doctor, cuz that sounds crazy.
It does.
That sounds crazy. Cause.
We all going through it. Listen, I can't go to the doctor yet. I'm just about to be hired into my job, so I have to relax. I gotta wait at least until Monday. I gotta relax.
Hey man, we hiring down here. Y'all might want to come on down here, bro. Yeah, that sound crazy. I'm glad I'm not in Michigan anymore. I love my I love my state, but yeah, shit like that. My bad. I gotta say it like that. I can't deal with that. You ain't finna kill me out of the. First of all, no, I don't know if you know, but our water in Michigan, it's like very, very thick, and that's because it has a very concentrated amount of fluoride in it.
What?
It tastes weird. Like
it's it's like if you obviously everybody knows about the Flint water because that's legendary. But down here, Vito knows, like the Kalamazoo River is the like body of water you do not put your body in unless you like way upstream, like unless you in like I think it's like further east, 20-30 minutes east, Battle Creek. Like they think the water is great, but when you get to Kalamazoo, that water is not great.
What the heck?
Yeah, but
you gotta boil that stuff. Real talk.
Yeah, but a lot of us have a lot of us like on the outskirts of the city have well water, and the well water is fine, but just like he said, we have a higher concentration of fluoride, so a lot of that water has to get purified and stuff.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Unless you live by the lakes, like the Great Lakes, then I mean, which were
South Haven and stuff.
Yeah, we're an hour out, but like even still, it's not that great for us.
No, nope. That's the industrial part of Michigan, man. Yeah, that's what happens.
Ouch! Sorry to hear that. Good Lord.
So let's get into some as a matter of fact, that's why a lot of people, like when they was up there working in the factories and stuff, they'll move out west because of them factories, because the fact of the pollution from the factories. So we've always had pollution in our air and our water, like for years, like decades, like centuries. You know what I mean? That's the heart of America. You know what I'm saying? We got factories. You know what I mean? So
I mean, it's kind of like the same thing in California too. I mean, it's almost about the same in a way.
But at the time, we didn't know what we thought California was like. You know what I'm saying? Like paradise or something. Oh man, all trees and da. That's why they started directing their aim now towards Florida. So if you go to Florida, you'll see a whole bunch of Michigan license plates. Like it's crazy.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But let's get into our my bad. I thought hold on. I got my paper of my topics, but okay, here we go.
You okay?
Okay. Yeah. I thought I lost it. But let's get into our icebreaker today, man. What are we watching? What are we currently watching right now? I'm gonna start off with you, Noto.
I don't know if Sandstorm actually finished it, but I just finished what was the anime that just ended today? It is called The Wrong Ways of Using Healing Magic. I just finished it, the final episode. So yeah, okay. I'm actually impressed by how it is. It definitely set the stage for season 2 really easily. So we are definitely getting to season 2 easily, hands down, how it ended. So because the name of the title basically says it right there without even have to watch it. It's like, season 2 says it clear as day. I mean, that's all I did. And I just right now, going a little bit off subject, but I am also playing Dragon's Dogma 2. So I actually did a little bit of some videos on that because there's some stuff on there that I kind of did not expect in the second. So I did have to look at a couple of guys and something to not be prepared to be screwed over early in the game. So yeah, so those like kind of like the things I've been looking at right now. Just a little bit of guys of Dragon's Dogma 2, some stuff I need to know about that's different from the first, so I can do comparisons. And also, like I said, the wrong way to use healing magic.
Okay. All right. So I'm currently watching. Oh, good. No, you back. Sandstorm.
Oh yeah, I know. I just keep my thing on silent so y'all can't hear me munching on my chicken wings.
Oh, all right.
Wait, what kind?
Do y'all have
pepper
down there?
We got what?
Y'all got wings, etc. down there?
Nah, we got Wingstop. Come on, stop playing, man. Rick Ross, man. You know what I'm saying?
We got Wingstop up here now too. So
yeah. No, but we got like all types of wing spots, man. Like
I know, seriously.
like there's all types of just like when I say wings and Waffle Houses are on every corner, I'm not lying. I'm dead serious.
Yeah, surprisingly, and that scares the crap out of me because I know there's usually like Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles is literally in California. It's like simple place, but now we got Glass Nights chicken and waffles. And it's like, and that's like where I live is literally like I think I found one that was like maybe about 45 minutes away from where I live.
It's over at Stonecrest by the mall.
That's the one. That's the one. That's what I'm talking about.
What up, Jay? How's it going, man? Oh yeah, that Wingstop. Wingstop is life, right? Yeah, exactly. That lemon pepper.
Ours is we got wings, etc. And like their big thing is the honey mustard wings.
That's on fire though.
Yeah,
it is.
It goes off.
I think I actually had that before somewhere. I forgot where.
But TV shows. I was thinking about starting the Shogun. I haven't started it yet. I have to finish my show called Abbott Elementary. Oh my gosh, the show is so funny.
My uncle been watching that, and it's crazy. He's watching it on my Hulu. So I'm like, hey man, what you watching? He like, what you laughing about? Like, what you in here laughing?
It's like the school version of The Office. Like it's hilarious.
Okay. Yeah.
Let me see. I've been watching The Wrong Way to Use Healing. I'm not as far as Noto is though. I think I got a couple more episodes. I don't know if Mashal actually finished the season. I don't.
Tomorrow's the last episode.
Okay.
So 12 episodes.
Yeah. So it's so that is solo leveling. Yes, that one's solo leveling, and another one is ending tomorrow with their final episodes.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm watching that. I think that's it. I mean, side note. I just downloaded the Sandland demo, but I haven't played it.
That's confusing because I ain't gonna lie. I keep getting my tail up.
Okay.
I haven't even got around to getting onto like a machine yet. Like I'm just running around the desert trying to fight stuff, and I gotta find a machine.
I'm gonna have to see what that's like. And then I haven't picked up Dragon's Dogma 2. Noto, did you say Dragon's Dogma 2? Dragon's Dogma 2, is that your
finish?
Okay, sorry about that. Mother-in-law's here was talking to me, asking me questions. Sorry, what was the question? Sorry.
I said, was Dragon's Dogma 2 your first one?
No, No, Dragon's Dogma was the first one I played, but Dragon's Dogma 2, I just been watching a little bit of guides that's been kind of certain new things that they added, and I did not expect what I never expected. What was one of them? There are certain things you have to pay attention to, like certain quests that could kind of stop you from actually progressing even more than you want to do, like do the full 100%. And there's one where you really, and I just noticed that you really, really, really need to pay attention to everybody else's pawns because of something. And this is not a spoiler because you get it, because anybody can actually have it. Like even my pawns can actually have it. There's a curse, and this specific curse could actually kill everybody in the land, that your town or whatever, and the only way to get rid of them are 3 specific things, and that's a new mechanic I never seen before. I was like, what is this?
Interesting.
So you would think like it's something bad, but it's actually not as bad as you think, to actually, if as long as you pay attention to 3 specific things that a pawn will do. Because you can get yourself, your pawn can get yourself, or the pawns you actually request can actually have them.
Okay.
So it's 3 little things. So it's funny, but the 2 of them are actually funny. How you get rid of the curse, and one of them was like you gotta throw your pawn in the lake where they can die. I was like, what? It's funny. So Yeah, I'll tell you later. I'll tell you what this actually called off stream.
I'm gonna have to grab it later.
But yeah, it's well worth it so far. What I played so far, level up and so far, I'm just kind of playing around with the different classes right now.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. All right, so let's see what Jay talking about real quick before I tell mine. So he said he's gonna go to Chicken and Waffles when he get here. You know what I'm saying? But he talking about it's popping. But when he get down here, he get it. Definitely go to the one downtown. Stonecrest is garbage now.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
heard.
So definitely go to one downtown by the Fox Theater. That's still popping. Shogun, he said Shogun's fired, and he agreed with it being confusing, but he found out that it's better to get a vehicle. Yeah, I'm trying to find a vehicle. I don't even know where to find. Like that is, please show me where to go because I have no idea. Like that, it's still confusing. I'm just running around getting toe up, like, like it's crazy. But from what I'm gathering, just even me getting toe up like that, it's still fun. Like it's gonna be a fun game. So. Definitely can't wait till it officially releases and stuff. But what I'm watching right now, I just finished up the third episode of X-Men 70. I said 70. Wow, 97. I just finished up the last episode of Shogun. I am in between certain animes and stuff like that. I'm going back and forth. Just trying to catch up with the Demon Slayer still, and Masho. I'm sorta, but I kind of just want to make sure like it's like Bleach for me, so I got to watch it all the way through. So I'm letting all the episodes kind of pile up so I can just marathon that thing. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm watching BMF. Shout out to 2 Chains. If y'all watching VMF, y'all know what happened to 2 Chains. Oh man, but honestly, I mean that's I don't know if that's his debut of acting and stuff like that, but for what he did, he kind of did all right. Maybe needed some more acting skills and stuff. Rappers ain't good actors, you know what I'm saying? That's number one. That's, unless they come from it, like Aubrey. But other than that, you know what I'm saying, they're really not good. I mean, well, Kendrick's good too. Hey, that's gonna go into our topic. Anyway, but yeah, BMF. Oh man, shout out to Big Meech. He almost home. Detroit, stand up, please. Stand up. Big Meech is almost home. Let's see what he gonna do. Hopefully, he don't go back to jail. He probably won't. But with all this Diddy stuff popping off, and they saying that they investigating BMF involvements with Diddy. We got a lot to talk about. That's part of our topics today. But anyway. But that's what I'm currently watching and stuff like that. There's some other stuff that I'm watching, but I started trying to get back into the Wheels of Time, but it's losing me. It's losing my attention.
Season 2?
Well, yeah, season 2. I'm watching Invincible, and I just finished up Third Body Problem, which is a very interesting story and stuff like that. It got me reading the book now, so definitely different though. They're different, just like Lovejoy Country. That's different from the books. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's what I'm currently watching and stuff. So let's get into our first bit of news. So no, I'm gonna let you start off with it. All the other topics we're gonna save to after because I feel like it's gonna be stretched out. So what's some news that you got for us this week?
All right, so one of the things I gotta find it, I just had it earlier. I think it's in my other categories because I have like 2 things up at the moment. I think it was so I actually had something that caught my attention when I was actually a couple days ago. So apparently, if you guys remember the old like Japanese movie Oh Boy, it basically has a deluxe edition 4K Blu-ray set basically on sale because the original price was like kind of like $76. It's going for like 50, almost like $50, which is actually pretty cool. And I'm a big fan of like the series like Oh Boy, Mr. Revenge, and something for Mr. Revenge and Mrs. Revenge. So definitely, I say definitely cop this. This actually is really cool. It comes with like some photos, the DVD itself on Blu-ray 4K. The steelbook, like 60. What was it? I think it was like 68 pages. Case bound book has a lot of good stuff. If you're a big fan of the Old Boy series, so that's one of my biggest things I wanted to bring up first because I'm a big fan of it, and I had a friend of mine from California introduce this to me, so I was like, I would definitely cop this easily, hands down, because I'm a big fan of the series.
Yeah,
definitely. So that's one of the other ones.
That's what's up. So, any more?
Yeah. So the other one I have, which is I was discussing it with Vito before. So apparently this was also a thing. So Paramount seems to write off Big Nat and also the Rugrats reboot. Actually, that's what it was.
Oh, reboot. Okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
The reboot.
Okay.
Yeah. So I thought it was just the regular one, but it was actually the reboot. So basically, they're both actually being removed from Paramount Plus and also from Nickelodeon's website as well.
Is that the 3D versions?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, that makes sense. That was garbage.
Yeah, I never seen them. I was just kind of surprised. Like, wow, really? They got rid of these? I'm like, okay, whatever.
Those are really meant for like they try to make it more kiddish. You know how Rugrats is really like it technically is almost like older kid, preteen, adult type of humor. They try to make this more like Nick Jr. type stuff, like Dora the Explorer type. You know what I mean?
Crazy. Used to have the original Rugrats like right before Nick Jr. came on.
Yeah,
but is that 3D one? Is that the one that's like real extra colorful and they tried to like change up the intro? It's got all the kids in it.
Yes,
I think so. I can't remember how that intro was, but it is the one that's just it's very kiddie. Like it's Nick Jr. ish. Like that's the only way I can explain it. You know what I mean? But
they didn't have the vision right for that.
Nah.
Yeah, it really didn't. That's why the original has always been better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, all right, I got one that's really. I'm like, all right, we gotta talk about this one. This one is kind of like why it like, and again, we all know how we are. We all watch movies. We actually have our own opinions on like how movies are. Like if we like it, hate it, whatsoever. But why is it that Rotten Tomatoes always do the most dumbest things in the world? They always do. So apparently, Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2 debuted with 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
No.
No joke.
Rotten Tomatoes is a joke. Man.
Exactly. I'm like, what is going on with this situation?
Rotten Tomatoes is a parody of life. No.
But the twist is like, here's the biggest twist: that the first one only got 3%, but how the second one gets way more than the first one.
Somebody trolling.
Exactly.
Somebody hacked their stuff or something like that.
Exactly.
They got to be. I don't know how it works per se. I don't know where those reviews are coming from, but that's why I don't look at Rotten Tomatoes scores, man.
I don't either, but it just like it's something to me. I'm like, we're gonna have to trash this easily, hands down. I was like, I'm bringing this up just to trash it. I'm sorry. This does not make any sense. We already had discussion about the whole Steamboat Willie and different things like that, but I'm just like, come on, really? This is like
they tried to trash Infinity War. We know that was a work of art. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like Infinity War definitely was the better film out of all Marvel films of that, you know what I mean? Whatever.
Yeah.
But they gave them a low score at one point. You know what I mean? I was like, bruh, that was ingenious. First of all, literally, only thing we got was cut scenes up until then. You know what I'm saying? Like the end credit scenes for that movie, and then when it finally kind of pieced together with Thor Ragnarok and whatever, I think it was Ant-Man, those are the ones that actually pieced that in together. Like that, man, like that's ingenious. You just took all your hard work for 10 years, put it into one, and made a classic. That one by itself is a classic.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean?
And it's worth it. You watch it more than once.
Right. Because I watch it just to see T'Challa sit up here and get snapped, because I was emotional. Because I was like, it was like, my king, wait. Then he just, and she was like, oh. I was like, no, man, no.
Exactly.
Come back. come back. You know what I mean? That right there, you had emotions going. I mean, just the heroes didn't win. I like that. The heroes don't always make the heroes win. Like make us lose. Make us feel like there's all hope is lost. Like when they do, I thought it was over with. How you gonna unsnap somebody dead? Like I wish we found out how, but I'm just saying, like, it was over with.
Yeah.
Even at the beginning of Endgame, when he was like, "Yeah, I snapped the stones away," I'm like, then Thor was like, "Yeah," I was like, "Yeah." Now throw that head up in the sun somewhere.
Exactly. Exactly. Jeez.
Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes
it's
exactly what their name is. Like
Rotten Tomatoes. That's literally it. That's what I said.
The word of my cousin F. Cuz.
Facts. Facts. Yeah.
But Sandstorm, what you got?
So Kenan Thompson was I know you guys saw or at least heard of the documentary Quiet on the Set. I guess this kind of trickles into everything going on.
I heard about it. I don't think I actually watched it yet. Is this the Nickelodeon thing?
Yeah, so it's a documentary called Quiet on the Set. Mainly it's surrounding the director Dan Schneider, who like directed all of our biggest joints, from Jake and Josh to Keenan and Kel,
to all that.
As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, he is. Oh man, he's somebody's boss in one of those, and I think it's all that. He's like the fat guy. He's like, you know who I'm talking about? He's like kind of older. They never announce announce him or say who is, but or maybe it's at Kenan and Kel.
It might be Kenan and Kel because all that. It has to be Kenan and Kel because all that there wasn't a older guy as much in that one.
I think it's Kenan and Kel. It's not Kenan's boss, but there's somebody who comes in every now and then or something like that. He's a fat guy, real heavyweight. That's Dan Schneider. And I think he shows up in either Drake and Josh or whatever their sister or whatever. Drake's sister. But anyway, it's a documentary about like alleged like abuse and sexism and racism, and the toxic workspace of Nickelodeon during those times, what they called like the golden era. And like I said, he's centered around a bunch of it. So basically, so
he the Jeffrey Epstein of Nickelodeon.
Yeah, basically. He's basically the Diddy of Nickelodeon. You know what I'm saying? He doing that kind of stuff. So, so they, of course, they're trying to go around and like get other people's opinions and see if they say extra stuff about it. So
is that the dude that Drake had or was it Josh? I think it was Drake, but Drake had the not the singer Drake, but Drake and Josh. Do you have a lawsuit on dude? Somebody he had.
I think so. On the like on the actual like show, he had like a lawsuit on the Drake and Josh show.
Right. Against one guy though, right?
Against one guy. And so he plays a part in that as well. So they were just kind of giving, obviously Kenan, as of right now, is the most successful, out of anybody who's really come from that era right now. You know what I'm saying? So they wanted his opinion on, can he add fuel to the fire type of deal. And he didn't really skirt around the question per se. He just said, like that's none of that stuff I saw or I went through that, any of that kind of stuff. But if any of my peers and everything had gone through that, like the racism and all that, then I feel for them. Like, but me personally, as an experience, I never went through that. He said that some of that stuff was a little bit wild, and the other stuff he kind of like felt like, it could be plausible, but I feel like for the most part, he kind of, you know, kept himself as professional as possible.
Yeah. I mean, because you currently have a job with, SNL, and that's kind of hard
Yeah.
to get into,
Mm-hmm.
especially for
Exactly.
comedians and stuff like that. And to have like some unwanted attention, and plus on top of that, I mean, wait, is that what's SNL on? Is that
In the NBC.
NBC?
Believe.
Okay. So I don't want to say they might have a partnership with Paramount, but you know what I'm saying.
But you don't want to burn bridges.
You don't want to burn
Yeah.
bridges, exactly. So that's definitely commendable. I mean that will be the appropriate way to answer something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Agree.
Yeah.
Because that the media, regardless of what you say, even the way you say something, they can switch the words around to make it sound like something completely.
Sound like something. Yep.
So
Yep.
smart move on his take. I don't know what's going on as far as Nickelodeon. We never got to see the behind the scenes stuff. But I'll even say this as an example, not to like stretch this out, but you guys remember the show Dare?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like Family Dare and all that.
Oh yeah.
So at the end, they would do that like the family challenge,
Mm-hmm.
where you have to go through the obstacle course. Every now and then they would have like, whipped cream or cream pie or something like that all over the floor, and you got to keep from fire. So one things I didn't know is the main reason why that show actually got canceled wasn't because of the viewership. The viewership was at an all-time high. The real reason why it got canceled is because of how much cleaning it took to clean like out all that stuff, like the whipped cream and the cream pie and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And because they had to turn over in that show and do that stuff the next day or the day after or whatever, and some of that stuff was pre-broadcasted, they never got around to being able to clean it fully, and mold ended up starting growing on the set and everything to a hazardous point where they couldn't actually have the show anymore. So like,
makes sense.
You think about that back in the day, we don't have any internet and stuff like that. So a show can just go off and you're like, oh,
What happened?
What happened? Yeah. But there's no word of mouth doesn't travel as fast, like it does now. So, anything could have happened. Later we found out stuff about with Amanda Bynes and everything. So it's just like, wow, how much stuff we got censored from TV. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We got censored from censored stuff. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like a long time ago, but still. I mean,
crazy.
I mean, that's Hollywood. They censor all the stuff that we do not know. So when things happen and fallouts happen, we
it looked crazy. It's like,
it looked crazy as heck. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. So, I can see that. My hearts and prayers go out to those families infected with that. You know what I'm saying? They were kids. You know what I mean? We grew up with them pretty much. So, you know what I'm saying? We can only imagine what they went through. We thought they was just lucky to be on TV. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they rich, they getting money. They, you know what I'm saying? They living a life, and come to find out, you know what I'm saying? Everything ain't bells and whistles. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Prime example is Orlando Brown. You know what I mean? And his decline of, oh my gosh. I mean,
he's a mess.
Yeah, I mean, even Raven sometimes with her mental breakdowns at times when she has those episodes, because she literally does not, like, whatever happened to her, whatever trauma happened to her, she literally does not remember her childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like I'm like, whoa, Like there's certain stuff she don't even remember about the Raven show. Like,
Right.
so whatever happened, I'm like, was she drugged? Like, what happened? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And the funny thing is, I live down here in Gwinnett, and I went to high school down here in Gwinnett. And one of the rumors was because everybody pretty much lived around here. Like Raven lived here, Bow Wow lived here, Kenan Thompson actually lived here, all that stuff. So they're literally like in the facility of where I was at. You know what I'm saying? Where my high school was at. So one rumor was Raven had a baby by Bow Wow, or Raven had a baby by what's dude's name? He's Lewis Williams and all this other stuff. Like basically somebody in that crew got Raven pregnant somehow, and then they were playing her or something. Like this is all rumors. This probably is not this is totally not true. Of course, we can see that. You know what I'm saying? It's not true. But you know, they was hiding the baby. They gave the baby up for adoption. They did this and the third, and dude did this and the third. She was abusing drugs after that. She started going crazy. She had to go to a crazy home. I mean, it got like these rumors. This wasn't the internet. You know what I'm saying? This was actually word of mouth. You know what I mean? But after that point, I seen her on, what was it, The Talk or The View? Which one?
The View.
The View. Yeah.
And when she's on there, it's almost a different person. And then we find out it pretty much is. And then you hear her backstory. Then you hear what's going on with her. And then it's like, well, dang, what really happened? Because like down here where I was at, I'm like, we had some rumors. So something actually must have happened. You know what I'm saying? And that's behind the scenes, probably dealing with, you know what I'm saying, the work environment, whatever, you know what I'm saying, on That's So Raven. Because I'm like, how does two of your stars out of there become batshit crazy?
Right.
Like what happened? Because matter of fact, I don't know what's up with the what's the white girl, the best friend?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I know you're talking about, but I can't think of her name.
Yeah, but somebody was like, she ain't looking too hot. Like she might be sprung out or something like that. And of course, she out in Cali and all that. But they're like, she don't look too hot. So I'm like, I don't know what y'all. We look at Miley. We look at all these, and this is Disney. This is not even Nickelodeon.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling what Nick. You know what I'm saying? But prayers go out to them. But let's get into today, since we're into this dark cult of Hollywood.
Yes.
Let's get into what's going on with your man P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Combs, Mr. Loverman, Brother Love. 50 Cent call him Brother Love.
Right.
So recently, if you guys are watching, that don't know, of course, this has been everywhere, but P. Diddy has been under investigation for quite some time, ever since his ex-girlfriend, Cassie, basically sued him for sexual abuse and other crazy allegations and stuff like that. Along in that story, in these stories, there was talks of pretty much pimping her out, you know, which is illegal and stuff like that. Forcing her to have sex with other men, you know, sometimes even forcing itself on her, beating her, things of that nature. And, you know, she sued for that, and they didn't go to court too fast because Diddy paid her off. And, you know what I mean? It just kind of, you know what I'm saying, like kind of went away, but it didn't, you know what I'm saying? Because from there, it started a domino effect. You know what I mean? What's going on, Dark Sun Rider? Yeah, you're new. You're new. Welcome to the VitoVerse.
Welcome.
We're talking right now about P. Diddy. So if you didn't see any of the first part, we normally just go through icebreakers and our news stuff. So we're into our news bits right now. We're talking about P. Diddy and what's going on with him. So he's been having all these allegations from a lot of people. And of course, over the years, we've been hearing about Puff Daddy parties being suspect and rumors of him having, you know, bisexual relationships. as long as along with gay relationships. So we've always heard there's been just the wild side of Diddy. We've also seen his temper on making a band. He's very temperamental. He's almost like a diva. He was almost like Donald Trump on Donald Trump show, his little reality show he had and stuff like that. I don't know how to put it, but just the a-hole,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So other people have been coming out with their allegations, even ex-Bad Boy employees, artists and stuff like that, producers. Recently a producer came out talking about his experience with Diddy, and it just don't sound too good. So Noto, what do you think about this whole thing? Because actually, it gets deeper. But what do you think about those allegations first before we get into what recently just happened?
I feel like these allegations. I feel like it's getting to that point where. Let me put it this. How did Cat Williams explain it? I mean, because we had this talk about Cat Williams actually opened up and everything else.
Yeah, when he did his little ether of an interview.
Yeah, ether of the interview. But then he also said something that's basically in the lines that the truth is going to come out for some of these people in 2024, and pretty much
we at the age of Aquarius. That's what the truth revealed.
Yep,
century or whatever they call it.
So apparently, I feel like we're now getting to this point where we're about to find out the truth about certain people, and Diddy's maybe one of them on that list. So I'm not going to say I'm not surprised by it, but again, this is Diddy, first of all, with multiple different names and how he acts and everything else. This guy. This is why I kind of like don't listen to P Diddy anymore. I don't know when the last time I even listened to a P Diddy track.
I don't. That's what I'm saying. As a rapper, I don't listen to him. But you know what I'm saying. As far as like a producer, producer, yeah, we listen to it because because like his beats are on our favorite song. You know what I'm saying? Like we listen to that. But as far as like him being a staple, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, listen to damn Diddy. Like
exactly, there isn't. The only time the only time I'll listen to maybe hear Diddy's like an ad lib or something is basically listen to is Biggie, man.
Yeah, some 90s, the Puff Daddy era.
Yeah. Exactly. So again, I don't know. This guy is. There's so many things that's what up. Like we already talked about discussions with like certain people and everything else. Now we're like, I don't know what's been going on with Diddy. I have no clue, but I feel like these are actually could be true because of the fact of with so much we don't know what's going on with people and like deeper stories and secrets and hidden bosses we want to say and stuff like that. I mean, come on, man. I wouldn't be like I could be optimistic, but in reality, it's like I wouldn't be surprised that you are doing this and you're not getting caught by this. It's like, bro, this is not should be happening.
Right.
It shouldn't.
Right.
Like I don't believe in like I'm sorry, excuse my French when I say this. I don't believe in this crap. Like, I mean, it's stupid. Like Diddy should be getting caught. No wonder why his ass freaking left the freaking country.
No, he didn't even leave. That was a rumor. They stopped that plane. It was like, nah, nigga.
Oh, good. Yeah, I heard he left, but I didn't get to the point where they caught him, like stopped him. They
stopped the plane, they stopped all that. Like he's not in custody, but they got him like grounded. He can't flee, which is crazy because like when people are underneath investigation, they freeze accounts. But he just recently sold his stake in Revolt, so I don't know what's going on with that. You know what I mean? Sandstorm. Real quick, what do you think as far as before we get into what happened to him? What do you think is going on? Like what do you find these rumors to be shocking or true, or what I'm saying? Have you what I'm saying heard these rumors too? Going through the years and stuff.
I mean, no, I think to be honest with you, I mean, there's a whole bigger play to this that I could talk about, but I'm not going to. But I would say that I feel like he took a playbook out of Quincy Jones, and that's all alleged too. But one thing, and I'll say this: I've always been iffy um about Diddy. And I'll tell you why in a sec. But uh I was just watching this interview with Lecrae, and he was talking about how he went to somebody's party. He didn't want to put them on blast, you know, because like as a Christian, like we're not really supposed to be putting people on blast like that. Yeah, we're supposed to, you know, tell people when they're doing wrong and this, that, and the third. But it's not our place to push judgment on to somebody for everybody else to judge them on, right? So he just said, I'll just say I went to somebody's party. Um, and he said he was at the party. Uh, he brought another person, he brought a fellow Christian with him. Um, and everybody knew who he was, so they didn't really try him as far as like, you know, alcohol or tempting him to do this or that. But somebody had walked up to him and was like, "Hey, I just want to make you aware, you should probably leave here before 12 o'clock." And and so he was like, "Okay, what's going on?" He was like, "I can't discuss it. Just know that you should probably leave before 12 o'clock
Are
or
you talking
by."
about? Are you talking about TD Jakes?
No,
Okay. Oh,
no. Um,
because TD was at the party too.
he didn't say exactly who it was that told him,
Mhm.
but he said at the time, he said he was downstairs and they were in a booth or something like that, and they were talking music. He looked at his watch and it was 11:30. So like, all right, he was like, all right, I'm gonna head back up.
That sound
Well,
like a movie, bro. I ain't gonna
I
lie.
know, seriously.
as he was heading back up, he said that there was like, you know, other men partaking and just the craziest stuff on this couch. And he's like, you know that this couch was set up the way it was set up for that. Um, and
Dang.
it was a long couch, and he said he was just blown away. He said even when he was going up the steps, like these people were out in the open just doing this stuff, and nobody was like really flinching. He was like, I got to get out of here. So, needless to say, to put two and two together, like you knew whose party it was,
Wait a minute. 'Cause
right?
that sound like a Cinderella story. That sound like a werewolf. Yeah, before the moon comes up, you must leave.
Right.
Oh,
You gotta
exactly.
get up out of there. You gotta get up.
I gotta
But
get out like ASAP.
but it makes sense though, right? Because during the
Yeah.
daytime, they you know they show these parties, whether it's the media or something like that, to be like, oh, only the best of the best are here. You know what I'm saying? But then when the nighttime comes and nobody else is
The
around,
monkeys come out.
yeah, that's when the real stuff happens. But I will even say this too. I actually know somebody, and you know I'm just small time, so nobody's gonna hear me. But I actually know somebody who has actually interacted and been around Diddy. Uh,
Mhm.
she I can't remember what show she was on, but it was like one of the ones where he had like designers or whatever. Uh,
Mhm.
that kind of like along the lines of what's the crew that he had the first time around, the band, making the band. It was kind of in the same sense of that, except for it was like designers. um
Mhm.
and there was this Asian chick. It's funny, we used to call her Milan, and like she ran with it. That was her name. um and she came from Portage, Michigan, and she was on the first episode, and she she didn't make it past the first episode, but even after that, she like had a whole lot to say about like how he was acting, you know, towards them out, you know, outside of the actual casting and stuff like that. And she had felt violated and stuff. Like it's a lot. So I already felt some sort of way about Diddy. So yeah, I would say yeah. I believe a lot of that. It's just I say side note too to this because it's funny. It's funny how when one person speaks up about something, and we've seen this with Bill Cosby, we've seen this with R. Kelly, and now it's Diddy. Well, three black men. Um, that everybody is like, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Like we all gonna get them, and that's not to say that they not that none of these guys are innocent because they're
Right.
not. But it's
Yeah.
just it's funny that how it takes one person to really jump on for everybody else to jump on. Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
why y'all so scared? Like,
Say something beforehand, cuz. Like,
Exactly.
what
Right.
y'all scared about?
y'all could have saved the other people from, going through this trauma and stuff like that. But instead, like, y'all just take it or get paid off.
Pretty much. It's stupid.
Pause,
Yeah.
cuz.
No. All intentions on that. Y'all just take that. Take that. Take that. Take that.
Now we know what that means for real.
Right.
Yeah.
He was saying it very seductive on, tracks that don't make sense for you to say that on, cuz. Like, when you say, yeah, take that. Bro, why you saying it like that?
Yeah.
For reasons.
Let me ask this. As far as his treatment, as far as like the artists that we know,
Mm-hmm.
in your mind, what artist kind of like rung the bell for you per se? You know what I'm saying? Besides, a person, you know what I'm saying, that you may know or something like that. But what artist was like left and it was like a weird, you know what I'm saying, like a weird leaving. And it just like, why'd you leave? Or what's going on over there at Bad Boy? Because at one point, late 90s,
Mhm.
we had a roster of people.
Oh yeah.
Going in 2000, we only had a handful.
Yep.
So when was that turning point? You know what I'm saying? Like when did you notice, like, oh snap, what just happened? Dark
Yep.
Sun said Craig Mack.
I
Okay.
agree with that. I agree with that one.
Yeah.
Mace. The
Mace.
locks.
The locks.
I'll say Mace. Now, honestly, personally,
Mace was the first one I noticed. Well, besides Craig Mack, but Mace was definitely the one that caught my attention.
but the reason why Mace caught your attention, because where did he go?
Exactly.
How do you go from being a rapper
Or to a Christian.
to a pastor that
Exactly.
quick? Like something happened.
Mhm.
Something was going on. Plus, there was a story that Cameron was telling when him and Mace was
I think I know what you're talking about.
him and Mace was beefing. He was like, "Yeah, I went up to the apartment, son. It looked crazy. It looked crazy up in there, dog. It was purple dildos on the sink, son." And then Mace, I asked Mace, I said, "Hey, what's this? What's this?" "Oh, yo, them ditties. Nah, son, you in here touching, like what y'all got the dildos? What's going on here?" That right there was funny as heck, man.
Yep.
Cameron, you got the purple dildos on the sink, watching it like what?
Oh my god.
Yo, Cam and Mace funny though, to be honest.
Yeah,
Like I'm glad they made up and now they friends and now they giving us the most funniest sports podcast there is.
Right.
But yeah, they funny together, man. But yeah, so Diddy gets his house raided. You know what I mean? What they looking for and why that happened, I don't know. Evidently, rumors is that one of his homeboys dropped a dime on him as far as some. This sounds crazy. Pink cocaine. Have you heard of pink cocaine before?
No.
Is that some kind of designer cocaine? Like
I heard cocaine, but pink cocaine? Wait, what? No.
Yeah.
It almost sounds like they made a Himalayan version, like Himalayan salt.
Himalayan salt.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. This man out here sniffing pink or selling because they said he's moving it on his plane and stuff. So I'm like, okay, Diddy. Now you get on to Biggie. Because I don't know if this is true or not. I don't know if they even found some pink cocaine, but you get on to Biggie about coming to Atlanta to flip and make a play real quick. Of course, you got to get on your artists because you don't want them getting locked up. This is your bread and butter. This is your new dude. You got faith in. You pushing. Y'all about to be something big, right? and he going down somewhere and he about to mess up his life. What if you get caught, cuz? Like, what happens then? You know what I'm saying? You just got a daughter, your daughter just was born and stuff like that. And you going down to Georgia to make a flip? Like, what's wrong with you? Okay, so you get on him about that. But here you are in Miami. I was wondering why he down there, but you down there in Miami. And now you doing exactly what you told Biggie not to do. And here you are, a billionaire. Come on, bro. Something up with that. You know what I'm saying? So whatever going on. Oh, man, and the stories about him killing someone and his son helped him move the box. Like, that is crazy, bro. Like, where did he, like, the story of Diddy sounds like a real mafia Illuminati movie. Like, this is crazy. I thought Bill Cosby was bad. You know what I'm saying? With the Molly joints and the drugs and all that. Mm-hmm. Nah, this Diddy stuff is way crazy. And here's the other thing. I don't think this is gonna happen because this man is very smart and he got some money. But a lot of people are hinting that Jay might be next. If he's next,
Jay-Z?
Yeah. If he's next, everybody going down now.
I have a feeling that even if he was next,
he gonna beat it. He's too rich now. He's too powerful now.
He's got way too much money to.
Yeah, he's way too powerful. He's way too powerful now.
He'll get away with it.
Yeah, he's way too powerful. He's in the He has politicians in his pocket.
Right.
Like, come on, bro. Like you not finna. So yeah, nah. Diddy didn't have no politicians in his pocket. He was still trying to play the streets. Right. You know what I mean? And I feel like that was his downfall. Yep. You know what I mean? His circle was very small and he burned bridges. Where Jay, if he burns a bridge, it's intentional. He's pruning that bridge for a reason.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
he moved that bridge he burnt that bridge and made 2 more bridges.
Exactly. Very smart businessman. This mindset is the same mindset Donald Trump's father had. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The same mindset any other rich billionaire had. You know what I'm saying? You prune what's necessary and you replace with twice as much. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You prune it to hydra it yourself. You know what I'm saying? 3-headed hydra thing or whatever. So you know what I mean? The head will grow back, more heads will grow back. You know what I mean?
Yep, exactly. Agree.
So one thing that I did find that was cool back in the day, like maybe about 10 years ago. I think this is about 10, maybe 11. Diddy punched the heck out of somebody in the face.
Oh boy. Interesting.
And from this chain of events started a whole slew of this dude a soft rapper. He even got called out by somebody. So let's talk about this Aubrey Graham and Kendrick Lamar beef. Because this has been going on for 10 years. 10 years. 2014, that's when the Control, it's actually longer than that, but you know what I'm saying? Like, that's when Control, you know what I'm saying? I want to say Control was it might have been 9. It might have been 9. I think it was 14, though. I think it was 2014. So it might have been 10 years now. But I'm thinking it might be 9. So it might have been 2015. Okay. But anyway, regardless, around that area, right? Kendrick drops a bombshell on the hip hop community. You know what I'm saying? On somebody else's track. That's what's funny. I love the way Kendrick does his stuff, man. It's very thought out. You know what I mean? Very I guess chess player. He's a chess player. You know what I mean? He drops this verse that's iconic to the hip hop community as one of the best diss tracks, but it's basically just calling out everybody, including the person that was on the track with him. That he was, you know what I'm saying? Like, how you gonna do? Last time I heard something like that, it was Ludacris and T.I. on that Young Buck song.
Yeah, I was gonna say, or even LL and what's his name?
What's his name? Cannabis.
Yeah, Cannabis. Yeah.
They was on the same track, dissing each other. Like, so you know he does that, right? But everybody knows it's a jab. Like, I just want a challenge. You know what I'm saying? We talking about we aiming for the crown. I want a challenge. You know what I'm saying? And he calls out a few rappers. So it wasn't directly towards Drake as much, but since Drake became like he went at it in a sensitive way, that's when Kendrick was like, "Ooh, bing, oh, let's get it." So he locked in on him. Ever since then, Drake has been trying to play the bigger man, right? I'm not going to address him. He's been playing the bigger guy for 10 years.
This ain't Degrassi.
Mother, you ain't playing no bigger guy because you sneak dissing, dog.
Yeah.
What you think 5 a.m. in this city and that city is about? Dude, you're talking about him, but you ain't saying his name. Or you ain't addressing him directly. And you are the best rapper. You know why? You got to prove these things, man. How are you having this energy? You have this energy. Oh, thank you for coming, man. Thank you. Yeah. Go ahead and listen to it a little later. I appreciate you coming through, listening to what we talking about, man.
Thank you.
But yeah, thank you. Every Friday, bro. Same. Well, not every other Friday.
Yeah.
But I upload every Friday. But every other Friday we do this. So thank you. But yeah. What was? Oh yeah. So you got this energy, right? For certain artists. Meek Mills, Pusha T.
Yep.
Then Pusha hit you with one of them, hit your jaw. He hit you with one of them Diddy punches. And you've been not right since, right? He revealed to the world that you got a son, Aubrey, and you got it from the biggest thought in the Europe. She is right though. I ain't gonna lie. Your body was got a banging back then. I ain't for the front though. I don't blame you, Drake. I just hated that you slipped up like that. But you know what I'm saying. I know. Cool to see people trying to get that shit off. Yeah. Thank you for coming, bro. But yeah. So you sit up here, got hit. Now you're the biggest guy. Now you're not finna address Pusha no more, but it's up. You talk about it up, right? Okay, cool. Bruh, why in the heck when Kendrick says something, you get quiet? One thing I know is the West Coast is on his back for real. He dropped that verse on Future, and here's the thing: I didn't even realize that Drake is burning so many bridges, right?
Yep.
The album title is "We Don't Trust You." This is Future's album, Future with Metro Boomin. Evidently, Metro Boomin had a problem with Drake. Something happened. I don't know what happened, but it was over a beat, and he didn't get credit or paid or something, right? So that's been going on. We didn't know that pop, we knew that was going on. But Future recently, like dude, you just had a number one song for like a 2-year span with Future. And Future's coming out talking about he don't trust you. And then gets one of your arch enemies that's like, oh yeah, it's up like that? Oh yeah, get me on the track. Kendrick couldn't wait. You can tell in his voice when he was rapping. He was waiting on this. He was like, oh, you don't like him now either? Oh, you don't like him, Travis? Oh, you don't like him? Oh, Ross? Oh, dang, that's crazy. Here I go. And start talking about first person shooter. I guess Kendrick Lamar stood up here and logged into Call of Duty and got busy on you because that's what he's doing right now. Talking about first person shooter. And Cole, if you with him, you might want to duck if you're not. You might want to get out the way. I'm about to.
Yeah.
Let me. But to be fair, Drake is a bigger artist right now. He is the Michael Jackson of our generation and hip hop. And Kendrick actually addressed this fact. Kendrick's like our Prince.
Mm-hmm.
He's like Prince. So Drake, if you're gonna keep on sitting up here playing the bigger guy, don't address nobody else in any type of beef.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say nothing. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. If you're not going to address Kendrick, then you shouldn't address nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Not even if they a weak rapper. No, be Michael Jackson. Have you ever seen Michael Jackson address anybody? Have you ever heard him say anything about Prince?
Nope.
Nah, but Prince did. Prince stood up here and be like, "Yeah, Michael this, Michael that." That was a point of time. Do y'all Googles? Go ahead, do y'all Googles. There was a point of time where Michael Jackson was about to literally die.
Mm-hmm.
He embarrassed Prince. Prince was about to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Prince was about to hit him after a James Brown concert. It got that serious. So, you know what I'm saying? Like for Kendrick to make that comparison, that means Kendrick really has some bad blood with this guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happens behind the scenes, and that's one thing I hate too. Man, you rappers, please stop talking about we don't know, bro. Like, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Like, what the like? That's behind the scenes. That's y'all. Like, bruh, we don't know what you're talking about. So what Kendrick did, he's doing what he addresses your album name. You know what I'm saying? He bar you up with some, some stuff like that. He's giving us hip hop. He's giving us real hip hop.
Yeah. Basically giving us actual hip hop that's basically a lyricist way of hip hop where, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Battle rapping, pretty much. So it's pretty much he's literally on the point of what it is. So the fact that Kendrick did what he did, I mean, kudos. He did a good job. I mean, he's addressing the situation and calling it out as is. Point blank.
Yeah. And shout out to John Doe. He definitely said now these days these new generation rappers can't stay quiet. They can't.
Facts. They really can't. They really can't.
They can't. We can't. They can't. And honestly, it's like, okay, if y'all gonna sit up here and not stay quiet, then talk about some that we know. Don't be talking about the girl that y'all pillow talking with. I'm tired of that, bro. Like, bring hip hop back, bro. You claiming you like, come on, man. Come on. Like, stop playing, bro. Like, so that's like, honestly, that's one thing that I hate about. I love Drake's music, some music. Yeah, because some stuff I'm like, dude, you're saying something I don't know. You're saying something I have no idea about. I don't know what this lane is, bro. What are you talking about? Give me some. I'm the average Joe. I'm here on YouTube. I don't know what you're talking about over in Dubai that you just got into a debacle by having, bro.
Who cares?
Yeah. But to rap about this, look, talk about Kendrick dreads and his nappy beard. Talk about some stuff that M will probably do.
There you go.
But just do it in a new way. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Just do it in a new way, bro. Just do it in a new way. But what you feeling though? Like how you feeling? Because like honestly, I'm amped up as far as I'm sick of these rappers doing this bull stuff. And then when somebody actually does something like that's hip hopish, like say that J. Cole did this to Drake.
Yeah.
Would Drake answer?
No. We know
the answer is no.
No. Even I know the answer to that question. Point blank. Drake is just gonna the way I look at it is like he's just gonna serenade the situation. That's what I think. He's just gonna serenade it. He's gonna serenade the situation, easily point that. That's why this is one of the things that we all wish for. One of the things we all wish for, point blank, is that, and we don't know if we're gonna get it now in this situation. It's that we all wish for a Kendrick and J. Cole collab. We all are waiting for this, literally hands down. And now that Drake's in the middle of the situation, I don't even think we're going to get that collab anymore.
Yeah.
Because this. I mean, I'm on the same page. It's like, I'm just hoping like J. Cole just stay out of it right now, whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Just leave it as this because I know J. Cole is like a great lyricist and everything else, and I respect him as he is, Carolina and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
I respect him, and same thing like because the only time I heard Drake and J. Cole Drake and Kendrick, sorry, not Drake. My brain's. I mean J. Cole and Kendrick. They had I forgot what the name of the song. Where they use each other's beats and then they just rap on it, and that was the one time I heard them like collabed a bit, and I was like, that's complete fire. That was fire. So I was like, yo, we gotta get this collab.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna say this. I want J. Cole to say all that and just get at Kendrick, get at Drake, and stop being friendly, cuz. We don't want no more friendly rap, cuz. We don't want no more I choose violence today. I choose violence. And if I had my way, I'd come out of retirement. Y'all don't know me. Y'all probably like, who is this bro dude sitting up here? But I'm gonna bar y'all up to the point where y'all be like,
do it.
Do it. No, I ain't been doing that.
I mean,
none of mine.
But
you know what I'm
saying? I agree. But
Jay,
just exactly.
You know what I mean?
But I would love to see J. Cole and Kendrick go at it one-on-one, just like for the lyricists of it, for actual battle rapping, hands down. I would love to see it clear as day because that would be something great. Again, that would be one step of like a collab, but again, beefing with each other, rapping bar for bar, having the actual facts and everything else. But it'd be a funny twist that they both actually battle each other, but then diss Drake. That would be even funnier.
Yeah. Honestly, but like I said, how I would want that to do. Oh no, we'll see. John Doe said he probably knows the elite type of energy. Yeah. But honestly, it's like I don't want you like you killed Drake on first person shooter. You demolished him on his own. So you pulled an Eminem on that Eminem did on Renegade with Jay. You like Jay. If anyone is to shut anybody up, it's you. Because you've been going on this whole campaign that you better than any other rapper out here. You know what I'm saying? And you can prove it. But this is the time to do that now. Like J. Cole, look, I want there to be, because everybody's saying pick a side. I even said it, and I said I'm on Team Kendrick because I'm just biased. I'm West Coast biased. So you know what I mean? Whatever. But if Cole go ahead and come in, just drop his hat in there separate. Oh, I'm Dream Chaser. At this, not Dream Chaser. I'm sorry, Dreamville. I'm Dreamville up in this thing. You know what I mean? I'm straight up Dreamville. I'll be on J. Cole's side because I mean, to me personally, J. Cole probably the better rapper out of both of them. That's just my opinion. Even though I love Kendrick, man, Jay.
I mean, I'm on. It's hard to choose for me. It's actually hard to choose because I know. Well, I heard both of them, and I know how they are, and it's hard to choose between the two. So it's like I can't say if I'm either or. So I'm like in the middle between the two. So I would love to see them both go at it. So that would pretty much tell me what side I'm on the most. Who actually has the better? Whoever has. What's the word he says? Who's actually has the better pin? I used to say.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. There go might be a word of view. Oh yeah. But yeah, so you know what I'm saying. That's definitely how I'm feeling about this. Like I said, it just irritates the crap out of me when stuff like this happens. Because where it's cool, we up here hyped up like, oh, you heard what he said. And then just you come to find out the whole album is actually a diss towards, you know what I'm saying, Drake and Fake Friends and stuff like that from Future and Metro Boomin. Because actually Metro did something kind of I didn't know The Weeknd has fell out with Drake. Everybody's falling out with Drake.
Even
The Weeknd. Like
who's now gonna be changing his name to something else.
Yeah, but you know, Metro and The Weeknd kind of announced they might do a little collab with themselves, which would be oh man.
Oh,
that's gonna be crazy.
I feel like 2024 music is gonna be very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. So
And let me phrase it a little bit. I feel like it's gonna be very interesting, and it's gonna put Drake in a deeper hole than what he is now.
or he can benefit from this too, because you cannot count out Drake.
True.
Even though I don't want nobody thinking, oh, I'm a Drake hater. Like I like Drake's music.
Same here.
But I'm just tired of the subliminals. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of stuff I do not know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want you to be that artist that, of course, transcends rap. And that's what you're doing. But then you get a little speed bump and then you go into this, oh, I got to answer back to this guy, but not this guy. Like, just stop picking and choosing, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Did Jay, let's be real. One of your role models, did Jay sit up here and shy away from any of his beefs? No, he addressed it in some form or fashion. He barred somebody up one good time. Did your mentor, the person you were signed to, did Wayne shy away from any beef? Man, heck no. Did Wayne? Oh, and then I'm hearing this excuse. Oh, he's not going to answer to Kendrick right now because he's on tour.
Who cares?
Wayne was on tour when he answered back to Gilly. Wayne was on tour when he actually answered back to Jay. Talking about baby money. Talking about baby money. I got your baby money. I got that kidnapped, but that how much you love your lady money. That was on tour, guys. Like, come on, stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing. He need a ghostwriter? Do you need a ghostwriter? All right, I'll go this. I'll diss Kendrick for you, Drake. Hire me. I'll be your ghostwriter. I know Quentin Miller. Matter of fact, he up the street. I'll go talk to him again and mend y'all relationship back together and stuff like that. Like, you need to go. Come on now. What's the excuse, bro? Yeah. But anyway, on to our next topic. So had to get these rants out. Thank you for all those that definitely stay tuned for this. It looks like I have 40 listeners, 14 listeners right now. Thank you for allowing me to get that off, because I honestly still have more to say, but I just want to see where this pans out to. You know what I'm saying? 10 years. 10 years. Oh my gosh.
Years.
And then something to say about Kanye. Knowing this dude is mentally sick.
Sorry, Kanye?
Yeah, like knowing this man mentally sick, and that you want to choose it. You ain't said nothing back to Pusher. Not directly. That Duppy freestyle, though. That was hot though. I ain't gonna lie. Look, back to back for me and Duppy, don't kind of with some cold ones. But where the Saint? Where that energy, bro? Stop playing. Like, stop. But anyway, let's get into some more stuff. So X-Men, that's crazy how I'm going to X-Men. That's crazy. This is weird.
Oh, this is priceless. This is gonna be a good episode.
That whole rant's gonna be a clip.
oh, I can't wait for it.
That's why I literally did the way I did it. So you know, shout out to John Doe. You gonna be in that clip.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, let's get into X-Men. You know what I mean? And I know Sandstorm got something to say about X-Men.
Oh yeah.
I'll let you have fun with this one.
So X-Men 97, first 3 episodes. Well, last week was the first 2. They just dropped 1 episode yesterday or Wednesday. So so far, I'm gonna tell y'all, I feel okay about it. It was actually pretty good. It actually does kind of feel like, besides the art style, the story does feel like it is picking up from, X-Men. Let's just call it 96, the animated series. It is picking up, you know what I'm saying? At the end of that, excuse me, of that X-Men, Xavier did die. You know what I'm saying? This is coming from a comic book. I forgot which comic book it was, what series that was, but this is definitely coming from that comic book series. I feel like it's uncanny. But don't quote me. But the first episode, we see that Jean is pregnant. Now, if you watched Okay, so in the comic book, Jean dies, right?
Mm-hmm.
The cartoon, she actually doesn't die. She kind of, she's just knocked out or something like that. And she just kind of gets up. But the Phoenix Force dies, right? It
Right.
actually kind of told us what really happened in the comics. In the comics, we think she dies, but really she doesn't. She actually, that was the Phoenix Force. That was a copy of Jean. The real Jean Grey in the comic books was in some kind of cave somewhere in a cocoon and stuff, wrapped up, knocked out in stasis. Uh, so to see this Jean Grey at the end of at the beginning of this new season, or whatever, it made me sit up here and think this is not Jean Grey. This is her clone. So that's the first thought I had, and episode 3 kind of opens that up. So, but before I get into all that, because I did say I was going to discuss that, Noto, what do you feel about the first 2 episodes? Because honestly, they kind of complement each other. They're almost like literally the same. Just I mean, if you just look at it like as a one big story, like if you combine them, they're pretty much the same. You got Magneto coming in the picture. He's left the X-Men because his best friend was Xavier. And which is in like all this is in the comics, so this is all canon. So I'm glad they're going canon with it. But how you feel about it?
I mean, so far it's actually not bad. I mean, when you actually told me this the Jean Grey part, I really didn't notice that part. I was just kind of when you said that, I was like kind of surprised. I'm like, huh, I didn't realize that. But I mean, I do agree with the whole everything is very canon. It's actually we, expected stuff if you actually read the comic and everything. So I mean, it's doing good so far from what I can see. But again, like I said, that one part you just told me kind of surprised me. That was the only thing. So
Yeah, because Jean, I believe there was something where she couldn't get pregnant or something, and that whole arc with Mr. Sinister,
Yeah.
that happened, before it went into Xavier dying too. So what I'm saying, that to have that arc of Mr. Sinister and then Xavier dying by the centuries and stuff like that later on, or was it the centuries? No. Who killed him? Who did he die from? I forgot where he died from, but I feel like he got injured. Yeah, something happened. Something happened where he got injured. But anyway, what do you feel about your girl Storm? How y'all feel about? Hold on, Sandstorm. You the first episode you said, right?
Yeah.
So how you feel about that so far? I know you didn't finish it, but how you feel about that so far?
Overall I like it. I know you briefly said, it's similar to the old art style and stuff. It really is. And it's funny because it's almost like the movements are like still like 96, if you will. Like how they've drawn out like each of the movements for them, like in fighting and stuff like that. Um, One thing I will say though, I think this is the biggest improvement. I'm glad they gave Cyclops utility, especially in that first episode. Because the one thing that I think the biggest thing that put a bad taste in my mouth with Cyclops is that he was very how he was portrayed in the old X-Men is he's very I'm gonna shoot my laser eyes at you, you know, that was like his skill. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he could fight a little bit. He has some hand to hand, but like he's gonna optic blast you. He's gonna spam his optic blast like we spam Ryu's uh yeah, Hadouken and Street Fighter 2. You know what I'm saying? Like so to see him like use the optic blast to like kind of be mobile with it, you know what I'm saying? Shoot the ground and blast like I was like, okay, you got
Yeah,
some skill now. Okay,
yeah.
you've been
yep.
practicing.
I was like,
Yeah,
oh, stop playing.
I'm like, okay, that's how you actually use it. But so that was real cool. I'm glad they gave everybody their personalities, held their personality. At first, I was like iffy about Gambit because I'm like, what kind of shirt are you wearing, bro? But uh, it's Gambit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, oh, okay, never mind. Okay, you cool. Um, but there's some there we'll talk about this a little bit later, but there are some gripes that I have, but overall I'm enjoying it. I think I think, like you said, how it's left off, where the last one kind of was, and they're moving into it, and even how they explain like what happened, and in
Mhm.
'96, if you will. I think they did a really good job in like catching you up to where they're at right now.
Right. Yeah.
Mhm.
Also, too, in that last arc, I want to say, I definitely want to kind of point this out when they found Jubilee, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because Jubilee definitely was like freshly found. She wasn't always there. Um,
Right.
Mhm.
in that, we were also introduced to Bishop, but also we was introduced to Nathaniel,
Mm-hmm.
also
Yep.
known as Cable. Um, the great thing about episode 3 is we get to find out how that was possible. How does Cyclops and Jean have a baby because they
Mm-hmm.
don't physically have a baby? Uh, that's what explains like his existence. Because I think they really do. Matter of fact, they do. They have some other kids later on, but that first child is definitely Cable. So they explain like how that even happened, how he even ended up in the future in the first place. This third episode is just showing the origins of that. You know what I mean? And then also too, um, the fact that we have a new new aspect with Mr. Sinister. Mr. Sinister is definitely one of those problems, underrated problems at that. I'm glad they have not portrayed him live action because I want them to kind of do him justice. His power set is very difficult to explain, I say. But just to sum it up, they kind of it's almost similar to Apocalypse,
Mm-hmm.
where he can Apocalypse kind of takes over a mutant's body and stuff like that later on and uses it and just forms himself. But anyway, ultimately, Doctor Sinister, if I can just sum it up, is Cell
Yeah.
Yeah.
from Dragon Ball Z. That's what Doctor Sinister is.
Okay.
He's he's actually Doctor Gero and Cell combined. You know what I
Huh.
mean? So I think that's the best
Yeah.
way to explain it.
Sounds
But
good.
how I feel about, like I said, they're definitely doing it justice. The intro, I didn't hear y'all mention that part, but I'm just
Oh
saying,
yeah. Yeah.
they definitely are A1 on that.
I
I,
actively avoided that.
I feel like it's I feel like it's cool. The outro, which at the time that the outro was shown, it was that weird, like we were just getting into like 3D with our animations and stuff.
Mhm.
We were just getting into that 3D world, and if you notice that back in the day they were using that 3D image at the end of X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
So for them to kind of update that and still use that whole little like we're going into the computer age, having that old interface of the old computers from back in the day in the 90s. That was dope. It was a little flashback, man. So I definitely like that. They got our original music still on there. Um, there was something else that I noticed that was just cool. That it's attention to detail that I'm actually liking about this so far. There are some gripes I don't like, but you know, I'm gonna let Sandstorm kind of air his out first.
Okay.
And yeah, so yeah, what don't you like about this?
My biggest problem as of right now. Um, and if you didn't watch the old ones, you would never notice. And that's not to say that they don't go a part of the story or they are part of the story, but there are two other main characters that are not present in the show as of
Mhm.
now. That were present. Do you know which two those are?
You talking about at the very end,
Where we
like the ending of the season? Because
No, they'll show they show them in the intro, but they're actively not in the intros.
they're actually not in the episode or the
They're
intro.
not they're not in the intro and they're not in the as far as I've been watching, they're not in the episode either. They haven't even been talked about, brought up.
but they were in it. So wait, rephrase it. That basically I'm trying
So
to
they were in
understand
the 96 intro,
it.
but they are
Mhm.
not. They are not in this intro.
You know, there's two intros though. So of '96, there's two of them because they did like that season when Jubilee came in.
Mm-hmm.
They changed up the intro on certain people. So it just depends on the arc, I think. But which two?
Nightcrawler and Angel.
Okay,
So
I was thinking Nightcrawler in my head instantly. I didn't know about Angel.
yeah.
So
So,
that was they. I believe something happened where they left during the apocalypse arc.
so Angel, I think during the apocalypse arc, he was one of the horsemen, and he was the one who actually broke free.
Gotcha.
Um, but as far as Nightcrawler, I don't I don't know if he actually left. I want to say I still seen him during that point, but but I actually thought it was actually because of a bigger reason.
Mm,
Because they flipped them with Morph, and I also think they picked Morph because he's a recognizable character because of Logan. Which he's also part of the story too. But
right.
um I think that I, the whole playing of angels and demons thing,
Mm,
I don't know if they necessarily wanted to really kind of
do that.
engage and touch on that. Because that, if you remember, like the 96, that was kind of a subplot that was like really touchy anyway, with
Mm,
um Mystique and
Mm-hmm.
Rogue and Nightcrawler actually being related to each other, and Mystique being, the mom, and
Mm-hmm.
finding out Azazel was, you know, Azazel was really like what's the Greek god? Hades, kind of like Hades to Persephone, like, I don't
mm.
really love you. I just need you to spawn my kids, type of deal. So I'm gonna take that. Um,
Yeah.
so I think kind of all of
Well,
that, and having to re-explain to people, because we've seen Nightcrawler in multiple facets in the live
Oh
action
yeah,
form,
oh
yeah. We
yeah,
see. Yeah.
definitely.
but never do they attach him to being the son of Mystique. You know what I'm saying? If
Right.
anything, they were the same age, or one was bad, one was good. They just ironically blew. So like
Yeah.
I think having to go back and then trying to be like, oh, well, actually, so
Yep.
here's the story. I think they kind of were just like, you know what? We're not even gonna bother with this right now. Like there's some other things in the X-Men universe that we could really put attention on, um versus that whole touchy subject, and have to explain something that may not ever get explained, to be honest with you.
Mm.
But both, what breaking it down, both Angel and Nightcrawler, ironically, are my favorite X-Men.
Mm.
Is just they got missed. They
Well,
were missed
actually, I
in this
mean,
no show.
to be to the defense, like I'm literally watching some of the old episodes too, spontaneously. Like, so I'm going back and forth. I did not see Nightcrawler or Angel in the episodes that I was watching, like the recruitment of Jubilee and the Sentinels,
Mm-hmm.
the introduction of that when they were hunting. So he wasn't even in the credits as I was rewatching it. So I think at this point, or where they're starting at, I think they are not dead or anything like that. But I think they're gone. They're not a part of the actual team. They might be off somewhere. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So they may be reintroduced later on. You know what I mean? That's maybe how I will look at it. I wouldn't say they're forgotten. I think they were really just trying to get it off from where they left off. Um, because even Magneto was helping them in those last couple of episodes. Like, he didn't come back with his M suit yet, but he was definitely like with the X-Men helping them when Xavier was like down and out. So against those sentries and stuff when they were hunting people and stuff like that. That's ultimately the plot of Future Past or whatever like that, I believe. I can't remember if Nightcrawler and Angel were in there. I believe Angel was, but I don't think Nightcrawler was in Future's Past. No,
He was the one who like poofed them to. He was like their last way of trying to get away. And so, well, if you're talking movie wise, they ended up.
But that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the movie, live action stuff.
Yeah,
that's why I said Future's Past. Like I was talking about that movie stuff when they were trying to get the old continuity of Fox and the newer one with the new peoples and stuff. They were trying to combine those and merge them with that movie. I don't remember him in there.
Yeah, he got his power siphoned by one of the Sentinels. That's how they kept like being able to show up. Because remember, like they ran, and then they would show up again because one of them siphoned his powers. He was like one of the earlier ones to die.
Okay, so I mean, he got knocked off pretty quick then.
Yeah.
Because only thing I remember him definitely being prominent in was was it Apocalypse? The one where he was wearing a Michael Jackson. It had to be Apocalypse. Yeah. He was wearing a Michael Jackson coat.
Yeah, he was in Apocalypse. He was in X-Men 2. He had the sweetest scene. And they never made him sweet like that ever again. But no. And I think Angel was even in a lesser degree, right? Because he was really only in 3 where he was.
Yeah, he was 3, and then he was in Apocalypse.
Where he got the metal wings, where he gave him the one of the 4 horsemen positions.
Yeah. But I mean, regardless, like I think they're gonna come later. You know what I mean?
I hope so. Do my team justice, and Iceman too, if you feel like it. Just don't make him the Iceman that we.
We don't know. No.
Yeah.
No. But what I do want to see, which this 3rd episode made me think of her, I do want to see Wanda. I definitely want to see Wanda.
Scarlet Witch. Yeah.
I don't think the animated series actually covered that arc of No More Mutants. That's definitely like one of the best comic book arcs. Like when she was like, "No more mutants," and everybody stopped having powers. Like that was crazy.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Yeah, I hope they do too, like you said, because the Wanda that we got in the live action isn't the right Wanda. Like
it's a variant. It's supposed to be a variant.
Yeah. And
it's the Avenger Wanda.
She's a dope Wanda, but like she doesn't have anything on the real Scarlet Witch. Like,
but hey, here's what they said though. If you watch Doctor Strange, that's our Wanda that we know. Not the one that like died, but the one she was controlling from the other multiverse.
Yeah,
that was with Wiccan and Speed. That's the Wanda we know. That's that's Magneto's daughter.
Yeah, I'd like to see them actually go toe to toe because I'm pretty sure the Wanda we know would put some work on that girl.
Yeah. I'm kind of mad at her snapping Professor Xavier's neck because I was like, no, yeah. I thought she was gonna do something else. She went clack. I was like, oh no, I was like, no, Patrick. I said his real name. I was like, Patrick, no. Captain Kirk, no. Not Captain Kirk. Picard. Captain Picard, no.
Oh my God.
I was tripping. But anyway, yeah. So my gripe is Storm. She didn't have a mohawk at the end of that animated series. And Bishop had his dreads. So that's my gripe. Like y'all made everybody the same except those two, the black characters, and y'all trying to be woke. No, stop. Just stop. Just stop trying to be woke. Just give us what we had. You know what I mean? And we'll be fine. We'll be fine. You know what I mean? But all this mohawk and which there is a mohawk Storm. So it's not like this stuff don't exist. There is you know what I mean?
First
that's
storm.
that's a different storm, a different time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So definitely, man.
You gave us that was the storm that we fell in love. That was Halle Berry before Halle Berry. You know what I'm saying? Long hair
No,
storm.
real talk to me, and this is me. Storm has never been Halle Berry. I hated Halle Berry as Storm. Like,
Yeah,
no, like,
to be honest, I wasn't a true Halle Berry Storm fan either.
yeah, like who I thought Storm was is who I thought the voice was actually voicing it, and that's Angela Bassett. So Angela Bassett in my mind is Storm. You know what I mean? Like seeing her in Black Panther with the white hair, I'm like, oh, they about to do it, or it already happened.
Mm-hmm. And she had no powers.
Yeah, exactly. she got hit. She got hit one of those Sentry little guns and stuff. She stopped being a mutant. But you know, I was like, oh, they about to do it. They about to pay homage to it. They about to do something. I was like, dang. But you know what? What would be cool is if she's like Angela Bassett's a variant of Storm, like later on down the line, because they're doing this whole variant thing with the X-Men. So that would be cool to see if she's a variant of Storm. I'll be like, thank you. That's just one time. That's all you had to do.
I agree with that.
And even the look of Storm, I would say would even be Naomi Campbell. She'll be a very perfect Storm. Her eyes is already funky. So if she put contacts in her eyes and do the little, you know what I'm saying, the light and stuff is already working for her. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at with it. That's how I feel. Even though that Storm is on the cartoons is lighter than Naomi, I just feel like she just looks like she will play that part very well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think too the reason why they picked the Mohawk Storm is because honestly that was the latest version of
that was the last one, that we saw.
Which is but it's still weird though, because like you said, like that's not even the right era of Storm, even if you were to do that. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Yep. Like you can't go from Professor Xavier dying and she having long hair to now we, you know, got Scott as the leader and she didn't mohawk the mess out of her hair.
Right.
Yeah.
Like even if you look at it from like storyline to storyline, like that was back when this was during a time when Wolverine still had his bone claws, right? So like you talking about a very young Storm with the mohawk, and now you're talking about a very old Storm, but
with a mohawk.
But she went through the whole first part of the cartoon with long hair, and then
right,
to cut her hair, like
yeah.
Nobody, and I think it would have even made more sense if somebody was like, "Oh dang, Storm, I like your haircut. You decided to go back."
Exactly. Even Bishop, they would have said, "Hey, Bishop, you could like it'll be Bishop and her cutting each other's hair or something." That would make sense.
Like and them acknowledging like, "Oh, it's different," but like nobody said anything. So now it's like
she just here with a mohawk. So you gonna tell me Naomi Campbell turned into Grace Jones overnight? That's what you just.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I feel like I think black hair in general in media is the people that's creating it aren't black sometimes, so they don't know what styles is appropriate and what won't offend us. Right away, so they go with what they think is safe.
Oh boy!
And at the end of the day, just ask Ryan Coogler. That's just do that.
Pretty much.
Just ask the team that did the whole Black Panther the movie. Just go to them. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we're doing the cartoon. How was y'all here on that one?
Right. Because we've already talked about this enough on Twitter. Everybody having the Killmonger do, and then they took off Eddie Gordo and my man
the
Killmonger do. Like what?
Even Miles had it in Spider-Man 2.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The game, Spider-Man 2, he had it. And I'm like, cuz, come. Woo! Hey man, cut that off your head.
Seriously.
But yeah, man. Look, man, I don't know nobody in real life that rocks that. To be honest, I've never known somebody to rock that. Maybe some California dudes.
No.
Maybe some skaters
Heck
from California.
Heck
but
no.
I ain't never seen no Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? No ATL, you know what I'm saying? They got the full dreads, cuz.
Yeah.
It's almost like they tried to turn that into an anime trope. Like you don't know a single Asian dude with a Goku style, with a Vegeta style,
right?
With a what's my man's from Black Clover? He ain't.
Dang, what is it?
Natsu?
Who? Natsu? Or are you?
What a Natsu?
No. Natsu? Wait, who's Natsu? Oh, no, wait. You talking about the main character?
Yeah.
No, that's start with an A.
Natsu.
Asta.
Asta.
Like, isn't Natsu from Fairy Tail? Let's think about him.
Yeah,
him too.
Him too. Yeah.
Even Ichigo style. You ain't never seen no Asian with those kind of style haircuts, but yet they're in there. But the difference is they accept those. We do not.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We do unanimously not accept that same haircut on a black person.
Exactly. Like it just don't. I mean, like I said, at one point maybe somebody here and there. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, it's probably not even coming from the Americas. You know what I mean? Like that style we probably got from overseas somewhere, maybe Africa, maybe Europe, because you know what I'm saying, they got a whole Afro culture over there. So you know what I'm saying? Like these styles is not coming from us. Right. So we don't see it. So we get offended very quick.
Yeah, seriously.
Only time we saw it was Michael B. Jordan, and we knew that wasn't his real hair. That was extensions. But all right, so it's starting to reach our about to go into 2 hours. So let's go into some trailers real quick, and then we're gonna go ahead and just wrap it up.
All right.
So our first trailer, I know Noto was trying to talk about this one time before. But the actual official trailer finally came out, so now we can actually watch it. So
nice.
Don't tell mom the babysitter's dead. Let's get it.
Let's go. Mom had a nervous breakdown.
All right, you can hear that though, right?
Yep.
Sandstorm?
I cannot.
Oh, and now she has to go to Thailand to an.
Can you hear
that?
Immersive 2-month yoga
now I can.
retreat.
Yeah, because I was pausing when I was saying. I was like, "Did you hear that when it was playing?" All right, so let's start it over.
Oh yeah, just fix the problem.
Let's go. Mom had a nervous breakdown. Whoa! And now she has to go to Thailand to an immersive 2-month yoga meditation retreat.
So we finna have a whole house to ourselves? We finna live like white kids.
We crank it up.
I'm Ms. Durak, the babysitter.
Thank you, Miss Durak. There goes my summer.
I know how to discipline you. I watch Medea movies. Absorb this garbage. Where do you think you're going? Get that crap out of your system.
Do something, bro.
I know you said no guests, but we had already invited our church friends for Bible study. Oh, and you might hear music, but it's Christian hip hop.
Hip hop ruined the blacks.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Good morning, Mrs. Durak.
Mrs. Durak?
Crank it up.
Sweet, my first dead body.
I'm for sure going to juvie.
We're hungry.
You gotta get a job.
Rose Lindsay?
Unless you're my ex-boyfriend or my ex-boyfriend's wife.
I am the executive assistant to the chief executive officer.
Bring it in, sis. Whoa, A-frame hugs only. I didn't spend 3 hours in that sexual harassment course for nothing.
You're screwed.
I have a date.
Nothing past second base. We don't need another mouth to feed.
You all live here?
Along with our mom. She's not here. She's
out on a very deserving spa day. I'm high as hell. I can't believe it's right in front of me. What is that job going to you?
I just have so much responsibility right now. Die!
DJ, drop the music! Oh.
Happy hour?
You're having parties without me? Help out. You goddamn dish, man.
This is her time, man.
Nothing can stop me. All right, so that's BET. So what y'all feel about that?
Wow. That was go ahead, Sandstorm.
Looks like it's gonna be pretty funny. It's interesting as a reimagining. I like the straightforward black jokes. Those always make me laugh especially when they come from white people.
Old white people too. That's
exactly.
Yeah. That always that always cracks me up. Especially when they sound like they're being helpful and it turns out really racist. So so yeah, no, it looks like it's gonna be interesting. I'll probably give it a watch. See how these baby's kids gonna keep from getting in trouble at the end of the day. Yeah, looks good.
Man. Oh boy. My opinion. How do I even explain this? I grew up actually watching the original, so this is gonna be very different for once to see. Like I'm gonna actually do a lot of comparison because I grew up watching the original. So I mean, as cast and everything, it's not gonna be the thing. It's just I want to see if it's gonna be kind of true to the original a little bit, just a little. But I mean, there are some jokes and everything, which is gonna be funny because I did see a couple of scenes that caught my attention. But I do want to do the comparisons of like what they actually added, what they changed. That's just my opinion. So I am going to check it out, but I do want to see it for me seeing the original and compare the two. That's my opinion for that.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's on BET, so I'm gonna watch it. That's it. Yeah, Miss Pat is funny. So if y'all haven't seen her stand-ups, she is hilarious. And what's crazy is her like I guess rise to her fame or whatever. What's crazy is Miss Pat is black as heck. Like her jokes is black as heck, but she started off in the white comedy clubs, the white lane. Like it's weird, and she does black jokes like she would if she was on like BET Comic View or something like that. Like it's weird. Like her whole little upbringing is weird. Like so, I'm like. She's hilarious and she's interesting. So I'm definitely excited about her getting a little role on this or whatever. So, all right. So on to our next one. Hopefully this is the last movie of this.
Yeah, upstairs.
All right. So we have Bad Boys Ride or Die.
Come on, Mike, slow down. We are late. My stomach, Mike. I need a ginger ale. Get a ginger ale and nothing else. Are those dogs fresh? Put them in yesterday. Give me one. Yeah, there you go. They're going to register. Stay right there. That Skittles on the counter, Marcus? This ain't mine, Mike. Yes, it is. Mind your business. Get your cattle stolen there. Marcus, get in the car. He has a gun to my head. Want to deal with him? You want to deal with me? Call 911. Aren't you the police? Hey, Reggie, you eat my snacks? No, sir. You need to get a job. I'm a U.S. Marine, sir. Well, then you need to deploy.
Dad, look. We now have evidence that the late Captain Conrad Howard of Miami PD was working with drug cartels for years.
Don't do that to him.
Being frank.
Let's go.
What the hell?
He's texting us from the other side.
No, he's not, Marcus. If he's seeing this, I'm probably dead.
I don't know how high up this goes, but I don't trust anybody.
You should be careful. We're being set up, detectives.
We got 2 suspects. Lowry and Burnett. They're armed and dangerous.
In 5, 4, 3. No! It's down white for blue! It's flammable! I don't care, scientist! Y'all are some terrible fugitives.
I can feel like 80 rats in my memories. Being busy back to back is getting scary. Put some things all on your head like there's some Terry.
I need nasty Mike. Bad boy. I got this. What you don't do?
Are y'all still in our clothes?
Just because we black, we still in your... What? Look at your shirt.
Why don't you sing us a little Reba song?
Reba.
Sing your favorite.
I'm a woman. I'm a strong black woman.
Strong.
Because she's not black. What you gonna do? What you gonna...
That ain't no Reba song.
It's from her mixtape. Donald Trump.
Oops, hold on. All right, so what y'all feel about that?
I feel like people are just finding, like, are really having a hard time finding content. That's literally what the case is with, like, you seeing more and more of, like, season, like, we were talking about, like, Fast and Furious. They're losing content. We're losing ideas. This one, I feel like they're losing content, but at the same time, I mean, I saw your reaction video, and I just saw the trailer before. I was like, well, there's something you wasn't expecting. Now we giving our actual what's the name? Basically, now he works for the cartels. I'm like, oh, so this is how you're gonna play this card now? Okay, well, we'll see how this plays out. I haven't even watched the third one. I'm just gonna be honest. I only seen the first two. I never seen the third, so me watching the fourth one.
So when you watch the third one, if you do, you will understand my reaction. I'm actually kind of disappointed, but go ahead.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, I don't want to. So that's why I was like, really? That's why I said again about the whole we're running out of content. The people are running out of content, and this is like the weird way how you're gonna make this thing better just by doing this to someone else. Okay. But yeah, I'm not a big, like, again, I watched the first one, watched the second one, never watched the third one. I'm definitely not going to check out this one. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's Will and Martin Lawrence. You know, I love Martin Lawrence for what he is. Will Smith, well, back then and how he is now, I don't know. But again, I'm not going to check this one out. I'm sorry. My eyes are pain.
Yes,
So I'm a little more optimistic with it, with a dash of disappointment. Side note, and I told Rob Rula to this too. If you haven't watched the third one, you cannot watch this one. As a matter of fact, if you haven't watched the third one, a lot of this stuff in the fourth one, what they showed in the trailer, would confuse you. Like, you should have no clue what's going on. Right. But with that being said, when they said they were making a fourth one, I had already kind of figured like something like this was going to be up, just because of what happens in the third one. And if you know anything about most shows or movies where, like, you know, a captain like this is involved, we've seen it in, you know, Beverly Hills Cop. You know what I'm saying? Like, like they play a role in something that's completely bigger, that has to deal with the cartel, or, you know, the selling of something, or like just being a part of something bigger. And it's always like, oh, was he really like this, or was he really not like this? So like, as far as storylines went and just how this stuff is rolling, I figured at some point that was going to happen. With that being said, and like, Noto, you haven't seen 3, so I won't kill too much of what happens with spoilers. But Vito, you know, like the way the third one ended, I expected more so that Martin Lawrence wasn't gonna be a part of this.
Yeah.
Like maybe he was, but like not in the sense of definitely not how he is now, but like maybe make a cameo in the show or in the movie and it involve Will and somebody else more so.
Because it
So
looks like he got a minor role, dude, that you're talking about. He looks very minor.
It looks super minor, and that's really disappointing because I was hoping that the franchise, like Bad Boys franchise, would move forward, but them kind of give those reins slowly to another, set of people. And how they had it set up in 3, it would have made a good transition kind of move that. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same way, man. I thought they were gonna pass the rings over, but you know what I'm saying, like by Will and by Will having his hands in it, you know what I'm saying, and being a director, I thought they were gonna be able to transition very well instead of not kind of forcefully transition into it. I thought they were going to transition very well. I thought Will was going to be able to kind of direct it because of how they ended 3. You know what I'm saying? It was like, oh, okay, we got boom. So let's take, I don't know, like Martin's.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? We got something. You know what I mean? So except it wasn't going to be boys. I thought it would have been cool to have like, another
new set, basically.
So you know what I'm saying? Like that would have been cool. But what I don't like is the captain situation, of course. That right there, that pissed me off because I'm like, that was an emotional situation. So I don't like that because that's almost like which I mean, they're not bringing him back or nothing like that. But you know what I'm saying? Just the fact that just let it rest. Like when you do that, when you get rid of people, just let it rest for a minute. And then if you had a 5 for some odd reason, then introduce that. You know what I'm saying? I feel it's too early. I feel it's too soon. It just happened. You know what I mean? So
right.
For them to, that really like what the like no, don't go that way. But it almost looks like too they're kind of paying homage to Bad Boys 2 with the racist thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Bad Boys 2 when they interrupted the Klan meeting. So it just looks like this that part. They're trying to maybe go down memory lane and give us tidbits of the second one. Second one's pretty dope. Diddy did the soundtrack.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Did it from right there. That Nelly on there. Drop it to the floor. Yeah. But he did the actual whole. I remember actually having that whole soundtrack. That soundtrack was dope. I ain't gonna lie. That was a DJ Khaled move before DJ Khaled. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like just all those like they had some bangers on there. But anyway, on to our next one. It is time to go back down memory lane with a remake or a part 2. Beetlejuice.
Daylight come and we want to go. Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana. Daylight come and we want to go. Me say day, me say day, me say day, me say day, me say day. Daylight come and we want to go.
The juice is loose.
podcast. I just had to say that.
I mean, it sounds perfect to go with it.
So, how you feeling about that?
Sorry, go first.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited for it. They, as much as you try and make a person not look old, they are just gonna. But yeah, I'm excited for it. You know, to piggyback off of what Noto said, it's crazy how we've come to a point where there's like no more creativity in Hollywood. So we're just, just like rehashing and recycling these old classics and stuff like that. This is a classic I'm excited for because I do feel like there should have been a second one a long time ago. So we'll see if it does any good. I think it will. I think it'll be one of those more successful titles, unlike what I'm hearing about Ghostbusters. So, yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch this. Especially because it's one of the few Halloween-esque movies that's not coming out during Halloween. That's always been a fun one to watch outside of Halloween. So, yeah, I'm definitely down for it.
All right, no.
So apparently, Vito, you must have actually heard me say when I was actually streaming Princess Peach, haven't you? You must have heard, because I literally said at the end of my stream, I said, Vito, if you actually hear me, and after seeing this trailer for Beetlejuice, please tell me we're going to be doing the trailer for this. I literally said this to you at the end of my stream of Princess Peach.
No, I didn't.
That's what I'm saying that. So it's like, it's funny, because I feel like you actually felt my presence when I said this. Anyways, I'm excited. I have been the biggest fan of Beetlejuice. Same thing I said with what was the other movie was the babysitter that don't tell me all the babysitters that I've been, but this one I'm not going to do a comparison this time. I'm very excited for this because you still have Winona Ryder and you also have Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice. So with him being as the original character that he is, and still, like Sensor said, still looks, he's old, but still looks the same as he is. It's still perfect. And now that we have I can't think of her name, who's actually plays Wednesday. I can't think of her name. Wednesday. Yeah, but I can't think of her name. But yeah, she's in it too, so I'm actually kind of curious, like, what's her role in this one? Which I feel like, in my own opinion, if you remember the old cartoon, which I guess it was supposed to be Winona Ryder's character, I feel like she's gonna be that character this time. So that's what, So that's what I'm thinking what she's gonna play. But I mean, I'm actually curious of like what this story is gonna be, and I think I saw an interview on Jimmy Kimmel where Michael Keaton was talking about certain things, and one of the things he talked about was him doing Beetlejuice, and there was a certain clue. He said that he has these different type of masks and everything else, but one of the things he says, like a backstory to every single character he does, but to Beetlejuice is the one character that he doesn't have that he never does a backstory to. But with this being the second one, he actually finally made a backstory to this one. So I'm actually curious what the backstory to this character is. So it really intrigues me hearing like these interviews, especially certain actors like Michael Keaton, who's been, great at what he does and very canny and at everything he does. So I'm excited for this movie. I believe it's September 9th, I think. It's like 9th or 6th. I can't remember. It's like early. 6. Okay, it's like early. So I will definitely check this out in theaters like as soon as possible. I'm not gonna lie.
Gotcha. Yeah, I hate it. I'm not gonna check it. I'm gonna be real. I don't like it, but I'm not gonna check for this at all. So even when it come out on streaming and all, nah, that ain't my cup of tea. I wouldn't want a remake or a part 2. They should have did that long time ago. That's my opinion. But so on to our last one. We going a different route.
Oh boy.
On with Killmonger.
Oh boy! All right.
Você vai ver o melhor da capoeira.
Get ready for the next battle. Tekken 8. New Challenger.
Coração ardente, mas cabeça fria.
Eddie Gordo.
Oh.
How much that plan?
It's game over for you.
Parece que você continua impiedosa como sempre.
He almost kicked her nose off.
I know.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Okay. Power up, I'm guessing.
Yo, that's dope. Hold on.
Yeah, gotta be a power up.
Hora de fazer valer a
Here
pena.
it is. Rage attack.
Os ventos da vitória estão a nosso favor.
Yeah.
Esse é o seguinte do jogo. Ninguém me segura.
All right, guys. How we feeling about that?
First of all, why do you guys do my girl like that, man? What the hell? And I'm not talking about Nina. Nina is Nina. So we already knew the kind of story about. If you actually followed the Tekken story, you know Eddie and Nina was always working together at a certain point in time with Jin. I think that was like Tekken 6 or no, it's Tekken 6 if I'm not mistaken. That situation. But I see he has some new little tricks, basically. I guess his power-ups he got, which it was something I was like, huh, that's new. But I mean, and his rage, his rage art is not something groundbreaking, surprising. compared to like every other person I've seen. Some of them were like, or cool as heck, or dopest, I don't know what, or just like, okay, that's interesting. Or something that's funny, like Asiana, basically, where she's all talk about coffee and basically just flicks you, like beats you a bunch of times and then flicks you with like that, and then have her cup of coffee in her hand. So it's like the comic relief. So that's why I still love her. But again, we still have talked about this whole Killmonger situation. I mean, still, why would we have to give him this hairstyle? I don't get it. It don't make any sense. And also, I think the only thing I think a lot of people are a little mad about is that he's a DLC and he should have been automatically in the game completely. So
crazy.
So the fact that he's a DLC, which means we're going to somewhere down the line find out what's the story behind him, and I better not hear nothing about how he ends up looking like Killmonger. I don't want to hear nothing like that. I just want to know what's have you in here, what's going on, what's the deal. So, I mean, I got the season pass already. I know he's automatically going to be downloading to my console already instantly. So, am I going to play with him? Nah, not really. I was never back then. I was a big Eddie fan. I used to try him out. He was cool, but he was very confusing. And then I ended up finding characters that really fit my play style. So, although I'm going to really hate, that's going to be one of the characters I'm going to hate in rankings. So
yeah, whoop your ass.
No, I don't know. I gotta see how my other two friends are.
You saw how you did your girl, they're gonna whoop your ass.
I know, but let's see how he handles June and Lily. My two other friends are already in the blue rankings right now. Yeah, they're already going AWOL.
All right, Sandstorm, what you feel? I know you don't got it yet, but how you feel about it?
I mean, I was waiting for Eddie to be in the game for a while. I think he should have been at the beginning, from the beginning. I mean,
yeah.
But I would say it's weird. I mean, I haven't played the game, so the way Noto really broke it down, I mean, it could be completely different than how he is. But look base wise, unless they changed up his framing and stuff, he doesn't really look that much different from like any other version. So like it feels like you're just getting classic Eddie with a non-classic Eddie look.
With power
Maybe,
ups.
okay, because it just straight off the bat, like it seems like everybody got like a real revamp or kind of change in some sort of
Nina's design sucked. I ain't gonna lie, cause Nina looked ugly to me. They messed her stuff up, man.
I mean,
Yeah,
they did. But I think also at the same time, they also gave you where you can actually put the original other outfits she had before. But again, still, that's not going to save her. They still not going. It's not going to save her regardless.
Yeah,
they messed her up.
Yeah,
and actually, I think what's going on too over at Bankai is they're for their females, they're toning it down. You know what I'm saying? At one point, they were voluptuous. They had big breasts. Things were, bouncing, things of that nature. They were more thicker. But now they're starting to kind of like tone those down so we can focus more on fighting instead of, I'm going to be on practice mode and be a pervert. You know what I'm saying? They really trying to, like hone in on, look at this person's skill set, not just their body.
Try to explain that to them on freaking Grand Blue with 2B. That thing is people in training mode messing around with that character all day, and it's freaking.
I mean, even Mortal Kombat has actually died down their stuff as well. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not as voluptuous and stuff like that as it used to be. But I gotta say, Street Fighter definitely still is
the king of that.
They're probably still getting worse. Matter of fact, I thought I saw Chun Li's like thighs jiggling. I don't know what it was, but I was like, "Is that she jiggling right there?" I'm like, "Okay, yeah, no, they still there. They still on that. They still on there like that.
They did. They still got Cammy. Cammy pro entrance is like, what?
It's already sex appeal instantly, even though she's wearing tights and all, and not showing like the true thighs what her original outfit is, but still.
No, you buy the original outfit or not buy it, but you know what I'm saying? You unlock it. Yeah, no, the shape is still there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We know. We know.
The shape is still there. No mods.
Right.
So, but yeah, so you know what's funny with Eddie, I really enjoyed the fact that well, not just Eddie, but like when you hit, you know how the lightning comes off, or you know what I'm saying, the hit light, the actual connect light. Eddie's is like the actual Brazilian flag. So I was like, wow. Like if you catch that, you know what I'm saying, you'll see that blue, yellow, even the stars in the flag, like as soon as he hits you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, that's dope. Like seeing that detail, because I'm not gonna front. Playing Tekken 3 as a kid, dreads, me being around my Jamaican family, I thought he was Jamaican. And he had the Jamaican colors. I thought he was Jamaican. Then later on, I'm like, he Brazilian. I'm like, wait, what are he? Hold on, cuz. Nah, he bumper clock. What you mean? Nah, he Brazilian.
That's where the capoeira fighting style came from.
Yeah. And that's what, you know, of course, you know, you gotta learn all this stuff a little later on. Like, all this stuff makes sense. Oh, snap, okay. But still, like his actual colors on here, though, if you look, like his outfit is actually black, green, and yellow.
Yeah.
And if you're not paying attention, you don't know the background, my Jamaican brethren is gonna be like, oh yeah, you know, it's really Jamaican, you know. So I'm glad they're able to show us still, even through like his fighting, like he's Brazilian. Plus he's talking more, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now I was like, oh yeah, no, he's Brazilian. He Brazilian. And you know what's crazy? The first thing I thought was he was going like they were going to show him fighting Homegirl first. Because I'm like, oh yeah, they're gonna be speaking Spanish to each other. They're gonna be back and forth. So that was already automatic. And then seeing like him and Nina. I want to say in Tekken 7, the reason why he's a DLC on 8, I want to say in 7 he left.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Christy was heartbroken or something like that. Because well, he left as soon as the master died. Christy was heartbroken, and then she was mad that Eddie left. So he had left. So I believe he was more on like this soul seeking journey. So I mean, you know, they probably going to explain that in his his story, but it's nice to see him back. I mean, honestly, do I believe that he should have been there at first? No. No, because then some of our new characters wouldn't have been there to shine, and you know what I'm saying. And honestly, I really feel it is a right time to start introducing maybe a few new characters here and there. You got to take certain people out. By default, I would have taken out the Bears, but you know they're comic relief. You know what I mean? But yeah, they had to take some people out. I'm not mad that they did not include him first and they have him as a DLC. You can easy, if you know his story, you can explain it. Like, oh yeah, he left, now he back. Because the thing about it is like, I thought they were going to put Christy in there, but they left her out.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So at least they have someone representing that style of fighting. And I think there's whoever else is on the list for you know coming in. I want to see like what else, like who else's styles are they going to bring in here? Like what else fighting styles is there for them to bring in? That's like now these days, because Homegirl, she was like a MMA fighter or something like that, a mixed martial art fighter. So her grapples actually is pretty crazy. I'm talking about that Spanish girl. Her grapples are actually like MMA-ish. So she's representing that mixed martial art type of style or whatever. But I want to see what else fighting styles there are there. You know what I'm saying? Like some Muay. Who got Muay Thai? Anybody got Muay Thai?
Damn it, I can't remember. I know you. I'm trying to think who it is. I can't think of that off the top of my head, but I think I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's been. I gotta think who's on the list. I have to look a little bit harder because it's more of like I gotta kind of, as much I play with it and everything else, it's like I should actually catch and know the name off the tip of my head, but right now I can't think of the name off the tip of my head right now at the moment.
Yeah. But whatever they got in store, I hope they just keep coming correct. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully they don't get no characters that's like weird with Street Fighter. They definitely had a weird character on there. I was like, I don't like that.
I think I know I'm out.
Yeah. But anyway, everybody that's watching this, please leave a comment down in the comment section. Thank you guys for tuning in with us. The people on Twitter, the people that new people, John Doe and Dark Sun Rider. Thank you for stopping through, commenting, chopping it up with us. Jay from Winging It Podcast. He actually commented on Twitter, or X or whatever. So that does work, evidently. Yeah. So you know what I mean? So shout out to Jay. Thank you for stopping by real quick, letting us know what's cracking off with you. Hopefully we'll see you on Sunday, I believe.
Saturday.
Well, Saturday, because they got the it's Easter. So okay. Yeah. So we'll stay tuned for all that. Before we get out of here, we're gonna pimp out our pimp juice. I'm gonna start off with Noto.
All right, so just to give you guys heads up, I'm actually going to take a break from streaming for a little while because Noto's gonna be a daddy very soon. So I'm gonna be the son will be here somewhere between now and next week. So I will kind of keep tabs or look on X, formerly as Twitter. I will be posting things here and there, let you guys know what the deal and what's going on if I actually do stream. You definitely will see me still on the VitoVerse always every 2 weeks every Friday, not every Friday, but every other Friday. So I will definitely make an appearance on that, definitely. But for my stream, it's going to be down for a little bit because my son will be here, and I don't know when he'll be here. He could be here after this stream, or it could be tomorrow, or it could be next week, whatever. So, but I get to enjoy spending time with him and stuff for a whole month, so that's gonna be fun. But I will definitely, again, I will be actually on the VitoVerse, and do with these guys, and whenever they need me. Well, if Sandstorm needs me for something, I'll actually make an appearance if I can. But on VitoVerse, I definitely will be here. So, but I will keep you guys posted on when I will stream. So just keep a lookout on Expo Millionaire's Twitter, and then let you know what's going on. So that's all I got.
All right, Sandstorm, what you got?
So tomorrow we are possibly having a Winging It podcast Stormcast mashup because Sunday is Resurrection Sunday / Easter. So that will be at 9:00. We have plenty to talk about. I know I was shooting at first for us to do part 2 of our best of generation, but this we'll get to that. But probably within the coming weeks we'll finish that off because there still has to be a winner. Somebody still has to win this win this prize. So we will be doing that tomorrow. The Winging It podcast should and will be there at 9:00, and then be Sunday. There's nothing, so freedom. You guys get to rest your ears from hearing us banter every Sunday. And then Monday comes around and we have the Jill podcast, which we did last week.
The juice is loose.
Yes, the Juice is Loose podcast with the host Terminator Juice. Always got some controversial takes and stuff like that. So that's it for us. Just make sure you're over there at 9:00 tomorrow Eastern Standard Time on the Stormcast Sandstorm show for all of you who are new.
Yeah, yep. All right, and you'll catch me every Saturday on the Sandstorm show or Stormcast, whatever you float your boat, whatever you want to call it that day. That's what it is. Also, too, every Thursdays is supposed to be my Vito variants. If you haven't already checked it out, I did my pick a side video about Aubrey and Kendrick. So definitely check that out if you're interested in that type of content. I just basically just talking. I didn't rant like I did. I was waiting for this. So you know what I'm saying? But I definitely did talk about the stuff that y'all heard me talk about. And every other Friday, like this Friday and not next Friday, but the Friday after that will be our lives, VitoVerse. Every other Friday before then or after then or whatever like that is going to be me either uploading what you did not catch on this broadcast or maybe a fresh new reaction. It just depends on what's presented throughout the week. But other than that, happy birthday to this channel. Today is the anniversary of me actually creating this channel where I was putting up my music at first. The VitoVerse's anniversary was back in February, but the actual channel's anniversary is today. So shout out to my channel. You know what I mean? Happy birthday to my channel. But anyway, shout out to all the new subscribers. I have 2 new subscribers that definitely subscribed yesterday. Road to 200. So we're still doing our giveaway to a streaming service. So if you're interested, all thing you got to do is subscribe and comment on any video that'll enter you into our raffle. Also, too, hit that like button before you guys leave. Every time y'all click on a video, please just do us a favor and hit that like button. It goes a long way for the channel. It helps us get to other people so we can grow this channel and we can make this channel even better. Plus, your prizes are going to start getting a little more better when you help us out. So, but anyway, we got to go. Y'all have a safe one. Peace.
Peace.